Am I the asshole for uninviting my oldest daughter to Christmas over Santa? I 43F have children with very large age gaps. My oldest is 25, that I had with a high school ex. Then we separated, and I married my husband much later. My younger two are 9 and 7. My younger children believe in Santa, while my daughter's son doesn't. She raised him not with the Santa magic, which is perfectly okay. I just rather not have it ruined for my children who do believe in Santa. I was having Christmas at my house and I asked my daughter if she'd please talk to her son, because I wouldn't like the magic ruined for them. I still put packages under the tree with "from Santa" on them, and leave out cookies and reindeer treats, bird seeds. My daughter told us she wouldn't make her son lie, and my children are old enough to understand if her son decides to say something. I told her if she wouldn't talk to her son, they could spend Christmas at their apartment. My daughter didn't like that and said I was choosing my younger children's happiness over hers, and that I was being completely unreasonable. My husband supports me but thinks I might be being a little high-strung as our children are getting older. I just want to keep the Christmas magic alive. Am I the asshole? You're the asshole. Your need to keep the Christmas magic alive by your definition does not negate that another part of Christmas magic is about family. Your willingness to shun your daughter and grandchild over Santa speaks volumes about you and what you think is important in life. Christmas magic includes asking a 5-year-old to lie, and if he doesn't, he and his mother will be isolated for the holiday. Maybe estranging yourself from your daughter? If Christmas will be more magical without your oldest child and grandchild, then I guess all of this is fine. Edit to add you're the asshole. You want to keep the magic of Christmas alive by excluding family from family celebrations and forbidding a 5-year-old from talking to his uncles? Call the nutcracker, cause you're nuts. You're the asshole. Could you explain to your children that not everyone believes in Santa and that's okay? What happens if your kids have friends that are Jewish or Buddhist, or parents that perhaps aren't able to provide the Santa experience? Does it really have to be that binary? I empathize with wanting to give your children the happiest holiday memories and feeling unhappy when wrenches get thrown in those plans, but it seems like there should be creative solutions here that don't make other members of your family feel unwelcome. You're the asshole. You're the asshole for thinking believing in a fictional character is more important than family. Edit just read that the child is 5, you do realize they talk about exactly what you tell them not to. You should tell your kids that everyone believes in different things. They are actually old enough to understand. Imagine putting the onus of a lie on a 5-year-old. Why do you refer to him as your daughter's son and not your grandchild? You want to exclude your grandson on Christmas Day. How old is he? Info. Do you also go to your children's school and demand they tell the children to not mention Santa doesn't exist around your children? Info. How old is her son? You're the asshole. You're saying it's more valuable to you to maintain a lie than to include your kid and grandkid for Christmas. You're prioritizing Christmas magic over actual Christmas family time. Santa isn't real, but your kid's older sister and nephew are. I know which relationship I would prioritize for them, and it isn't the jolly old elf. You're the asshole. I wish you could see my frowning face and double thumbs down. This is just sad. You have a weird attitude toward your older daughter. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm picking it up. I get a whiff of I'm gonna do things differently with this set of kids, like you get a whole life do-over and she's the outsider who doesn't fit the mold. Info. How were her early Christmases compared to your younger kids? 9-year-old definitely knows there is no Santa. They are just pretending for your sake. Edit. The comments from people who were very disappointed or devastated when they were told aged 10-12 makes me wonder if perpetuating this lie to kids that age is a good idea. You're the asshole. You're literally cutting off your kid and your grandchild over a lie that your kids probably already know about. This is such a bizarre and trivial reason to fracture a family relationship. AITA for choosing Santa over your family. You're the asshole. Why do you keep saying my daughter's son and not my grandson? You're the asshole. And I never believed in Santa. I knew exactly where the gifts came from. Thanks Mom and Dad. Is this truly worth the price tag it will come at? Are you seriously considering potentially permanently having your grandson out of your life over Santa? You're the asshole. You're the asshole. It seems to me you're just looking for a convenient excuse to remove your daughter and your grandson from your life. My daughter's son. Do you mean your grandson? WTF. Lady, the magic of Christmas isn't Santa magic. It's family. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. Isn't Christmas magic because it means family comes together to spend time together? You're saying that two of your children are more important to you than your eldest. A 5-year-old doesn't have the capacity to be a reliable liar for you anyway. You're the asshole. While I understand and appreciate your feelings towards Santa as we had them too, is this really a hill you want to die on? Christmas is such cherished family time and your older daughter has no other parent in her life, so you're kicking her out of the one place she's always felt loved and safe. Don't take that away, it will cut deep and never be forgotten. That said, is there any way to have your kids open their Santa gifts away from your daughter's kid? Like maybe your daughter comes at 11:00 after your kids are done with Santa. Or she takes her kid out for ice cream before opening presents and comes back after all the Santa stuff. I understand, but she's still your daughter and he's your grandson. When I was 4 years old, a neighbor's kid told me there was no Santa and I was okay. They are honestly getting to an age a kid at school is gonna tell them. I still love Christmas. And before my mum died I always had gifts with from Santa on them, even though my mum knew I found out super young. You're the asshole. You grossly overreacted. Some kid is always gonna tell another kid that Santa isn't real. How else do you think they find out? You're the asshole. By 7-9, I guarantee your kids will have been exposed to other kids at school who don't believe in Santa. In fact, I would say there are fairly good odds that they already know he's not real and are playing along to indulge you and get the extra presents. I am 77 and I still believe in Christmas magic. You're the asshole. Your kids know you're just choosing to be blind to it, so you'll happily choose some of your kids over your others and their child. You're the asshole. First of all, your kids have almost certainly come into contact with people who don't believe in Santa Claus. They either believe despite the existence of those heretics, or are humoring you. Second, would it really be such a terrible thing if they learned that their presents come from people who love them rather than an imaginary sweatshop owner? Finally, would you rather have a good relationship with your daughter and grandchild, or alienate them in a desperate attempt to cling to a fantasy that's already hurtling toward its expiration date? You're the asshole. It speaks volumes that you refer to your grandson as her son. Have you ever thought that your daughter doesn't believe in the magic of Christmas because you didn't provide it for her the first time around? And now you're playing victim with your do-over family. Keep in mind, not everyone celebrates Christmas or believes in Santa, and you should explain that to your grandson's uncle/aunts. Although at their big ages they're probably faking their enthusiasm for you anyway. You are literally choosing between your children over something quite trivial. You're the asshole. Your younger kids are old enough to learn the truth, and probably already know. Don't exclude your daughter and grandchild because they aren't willing to lie. Everyone has a different way of raising children. I understand your point completely. And I get what your daughter is doing, too. That said, I have a question. Are you really willing to miss out on seeing your daughter and your grandson on the biggest holiday of the year? BC, you insist your younger children hold on to a false belief. Life is very short. I had 4 grown children up until 2018. My oldest is now gone, and he died between Thanksgiving and Christmas. You don't ever get that time back. Stop being petty. You're the asshole. I'm Jewish, and when asked by any child if he's real, I and all family members, especially kids, say no. I'm not lying for anyone and neither are my kids.